Hello, my name's Bianca and I'm going to be showing you today how to make a stencil for cabochons so that you can easily cut out your paper or artworks or stickers and materials. Whatever you're using, you'll have a template to make sure that you don't use too much of your product and you don't have to keep cutting and reshaping and trying to get it to fit. You'll get a perfect fit every time. You're going to need, of course, your cabochon, some ink. I got this from Joann's for I think $3. It came as a set of two, this and I think a gold color. You're going to possibly need tape, so just have that on hand just in case. And just to be able to show you, I'm going to be using some scrap of decorative paper just to show you the stencil in action, and scissors. And then last, it doesn't have to be the type of paper I use, but I prefer to use watercolor paper. This is just scrapped from a sheet that I had drawn on, but ended up scrapping the drawing, so I just cut the squares and use it for things like this. You're going to want to make sure that your cabochon can fit on it multiple times, at least twice. And let's get started. First, you're going to take your ink, and then your cabochon, and you're going to lay it face down, whatever part you plan on using, whether you're filling it with resin or whatever you're using. This one, as you can see, has a lip, so it works really well with this tutorial. You're going to take it and you're going to press it into the ink very evenly. Make sure it's really saturated. Pick it up on the edge, try not to touch that lip. And then you're going to take your paper and you're going to press it down. I like to use my palm to make sure that it's evenly pressed down all around and I don't get any missing areas. And then carefully pick it up. And then you're left with the ring like this. Then you're going to cut it out. And I would cut just inside of the ring, because that ring is where the lip actually is. So you're going to want to be on the inside of it so that there's none of the ring showing. Okay, and then we are left with this. As you can see, it's a little smudgy or whatever. Sometimes you get more smudges on it, and you don't want that ink dirtying up your paper. So what I would do is retrace this on what's left of your paper where it has nothing on it after washing your hands and your cabochon, so that you aren't transferring ink to your brand new projects. And you're going to take this and just double check. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't do that great job of cutting. There's a little bit of edge there, so I'm going to trim that really fast. Literally, it might take a couple extra minutes just to make sure you literally got every edge, but it makes it very easy compared to just trying to eye it and fix it yourself. Okay, see, there we go. And it fits so great in there. And as you can see, of course, you get lots of smudges on it. Now I'm going to demonstrate for you because this fits so closely. I could probably pull it out with my fingers. But sometimes you're unable to because it's such a perfect fit. So what you would do in that case is take your tape, and since this is a stencil you don't care about, so it doesn't really matter, you take it and you press it down on the paper and then pick it up just like that. Easy as pie. So then, and this is just scrap paper, so I don't really mind if it gets ink on it, because as you can see, you get ink on your fingers, so make sure you're trying not to use a permanent ink, just something easily washable. This is a pigment ink, and you can take it and I'm using a pen, but usually you use whatever you would use, a pencil or whichever works. I know when you're working with resin you can't use a pen because it'll fog it up. And once again, you're going to cut just inside of the lines you make. If you cut it on the outside of the lines, like I did earlier, just slightly, even in some little places, those places are going to show. You want as perfect of a fit as you can get. Almost done. Okay. And like you can see, there's a little bit of pink from my ink showing on this edge. So I'm going to go back in, trim that out, try to look and see. But literally, you're only shaving off tiny bits, or only tiny adjustments, which I don't know if I'm the only person, but it's a lot harder when you're trying to just eye it. And take it, and voila. So that fits great. It barely moves around when you touch it. It's almost perfectly in there. You can't even budge it. Of course it got dirty from the ink on my fingers. So that shows you why you should wash not only your cabochon but your hands before doing the second step with your paper. Another thing you can do is when you've traced and you've made your second one, the nice clean one, you can label it for which cabochon you're using. Say I had like 20 of these and 20 other kinds. I could label a stencil for each of them and then store it for every time I'm working with a different cabochon. Well, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed seeing how to make a stencil, and make sure you like and share to your friends who do these similar projects. Thank you.